Dundee begin 2009 and the second half of the league campaign at home to Dunfermline Athletic this afternoon. And Jockey Scott has gone for the same 11 that won so tremendously down south at Palmerston last weekend. That means despite Antoine Courier recovering from a dose of man flu, he is only on the bench today. So Dundee lineup: Robert Douglas, Eric Payton, Eddie Malone, David Cowan, Craig McEwen, Jim Laughlin, Andrew Shinney, Chris Posniak, Colin McMenamin, who got the goal down at Palmerston last weekend, Freddie Dakan, former Dunfermline player of course, and David O'Brien. On the bench also for Dundee today, young Kyle Benedictus, who played a full 90 at a friendly in midweek. He's on the bench for Dundee today. Dunfermline, off the back of a 1-0 win over Livingston on Tuesday night, know that a win today will take them closer to St Johnstone, with their game against Ross County postponed yesterday afternoon. So going to be Dundee to get us underway again. Jockey Scott, of course, keeping the same team as last week, so going for the same system perhaps. Just the one man up front, Colin McMenamin. Freddie Dakan wide right and O'Brien on the left. Payton playing in a new position in midfield. Is Cowan at right back. Continuing the same position he did last week. And Paul Gallagher's knocked that out into play. Shinney getting a foot on the ball, and Nicky Finner was who went in hard on him there. Dunfermline have got the ball away right up into the afternoon sky in Dundee. And Craig McEwen gets the ball out to David Cowan on the near side, and Andrew Shinney, McMenamin got up for that one. Kirk lays it back to Finn. And a long punt down the park, looking for Rory Lloyd to chase, and it's not going to go in the box for Douglas, but he kept his eye on it. Didn't let Lloyd take it past him. No danger for Dundee there. Kirk's going to be jumping with Jim Laughlin there. Dunfermline have the trickery here just to work the ball back towards the defence. More space, of course, just Colin McMenamin up front. The rest of the Dundee players sitting in deep, letting Dunfermline have the ball. And the cross in the end from Stephen Glass just hardly troubles Robert Douglas. And Douglas isn't happy with the condition of the ball, and he's requesting a new one there from the coach on the far side. Something amiss with the previous one. Malone. Now Laughlin coming forward, and a long ball, and Scott Wilson's going to have to watch that one, and he doesn't let McMenamin profit with any mistakes. Malone with a long ball into the box again, and left this time by Greg Shields, who got the goal in midweek for Dunfermline. He'll be looking to make it 2 in the space of 4 days. Dunfermline getting turned and working it out to the right, and Eddie Malone sticks to his man there and wins a throw-in off Greg Ross. Greg Ross tried to put up a case to the linesman on the far side, but not changing his mind. And Payton put under pressure there by a pass from Jim Laughlin. I don't think Laughlin knew the Dunfermline players were closing in all around him, but Dundee have worked the ball into space, and David Cowan can come away with it on the right-hand side. Gets it back, David Cowan. Now, long ball down, and Dakan jumps with Scott Wilson. And the ball's knocked away. Peyton put on the pressure from Loy there, and Shinney's got away from Loy. Now Dakan on the near side. Here's Shinney again, getting a good run in this Dundee team since joining on loan from Rangers. Good performance down at Palmerston last weekend, and Dunfermline can stride forward. Dakan though puts Shields under trouble. Douglas just takes his time to pick a pass, and Cowan settles for the throwing off the feet of Loy. And Cowan not having many options from the throw in here. Shinney having a man stuck tight to him, and Dundee have given the ball away straight away, and it's Kirk that's fouled. It's going to be Stephen Glass with this free kick for Dunfermline. Swung in and headed away by McKeon, but not very well, and Dakan will complete the clearance here, but Dundee didn't look confident at the back there. The half clearance by McKeon only fell to the feet of one of the Dunfermline players on the edge of the box, and in the end there was a kind of hurried clearance from Freddie Dakan that cleared the danger. Woods and O'Brien tries to put Woods under pressure here, but Woods can come away, but a good tackle from Shinney wins it off him. Stephen Glass with a ball in the park, and Lachlan wins it off the feet, and McKeon stretches to try and keep the ball in play, but doesn't manage it. It's going to be a corner kick to Dunfermline. Scott Wilson, Greg Shields up from the back, and the end decides to pick up Stephen Glass, who fires that well over the bar. Man of many clubs, Stephen Glass, not quite getting his angles right on that occasion. Headed away by Glass. Now knocked over to the far side. Nicky Finn wins it against O'Brien. And here's Kirk, who's onside. Andy Kirk. Lloyd's in the box here waiting for the ball. And it's missed. And this comes back to Nicky Finn. Fires it over the bar. Dunfermline having a clear strike on goal there. Nicky Finn not able to take advantage of it. And Douglas again, not happy with the condition of the ball. Obviously something wrong with a couple of balls he's been given so far. And we're on to ball number 3. Pozniak heads it on, and Pozniak can come forward here. Woods gets the ball away. It's going to go out of play. Andy Kirk can't reach it, but it's thrown to Dunfermline anyway. Is Bell. And Dunfermline. Options here from the cross. Nicky Finn it is. Couldn't get his head behind it. Shinney ends up turned back towards Robert Douglas, but Douglas in space to give Shinney the option there. Now Callum Woods. SOA, and here's Peyton. Works it all the way out to the right to Dakan. Glass closing down Cowan here. McMenamin picks up the loose ball. Darkhan's there with him. Shinny running forward. And the ball's just going to harmlessly run out. Well, no. Scott Wilson kept it in. Comes back to Colin McMenamin. Wilson again wins the tackle. McMenamin was shaping up to shoot there. Looking for his second goal of the season. And Shields. Back out to Callum Woods. And O'Brien's robbed Shields on the far side, and McMenamin couldn't take advantage. Here's Bell. Now Nicky Finn just skips past Eric Payton there, Finn. The ball over to the near side now. Bell knocks it down. Finn tries to work it out to Andy Kirk, who was on the far side there, but just too many Dundee players in that midfield, not letting Dunfermline get the passes away, just picking up any loose ball. Payton just gets turned the wrong way by the Dunfermline striker, Ro Loy it is, working hard in the Dunfermline attack. And here's Shinny, and he works it out to Darkhan, he just can't quite keep it in. Andrew Shinny waited for Darkhan to make the run there. Just delayed the pass well, letting Darkhan run onto it, but just overhit the pass in the end, and runs out for a throw in. Payton heads it away. And Dunfermline can come forward again. Just comes off the feet of Malone there. Over to the far side. Now Glass is going to go for the strike again, Stephen Glass, but Douglas got some hands behind it and not the time to gather the spell comfortably. Stephen Glass getting another strike in, this time not sticking it high into the Bobby Cox stand, but making Douglas work for his money today. Muirhead knocks that one away. Now Payton. David O'Brien and Pozniak's got a bit of time here to pull the ball down and find Shinny. And Stephen Glass put Shinny under a bit of pressure there. Shinny just stood on the ball. Now Loughlin looks for a long pass over to the far side for Cowan, but overhit. Too high for Cowan. And Dunfermline have the throw in. Scott Muirhead going to take this one. Finds Stephen Glass, both former Aberdeen players. Didn't play together at Pittodrie. And Paul Gallagher looks long. Andy Kirk was running forward there, but McEwen got an important header, and it was going to run through to Andy Kirk if missed the header. Loughlin just puts that straight to the feet, and Andy Kirk can go for the header here, and Douglas makes a good save. Andy Kirk, though, had time to pick a spot from the header. He's already got 9 goals this season. Be wanting to make it double figures by the end of the game today. Wilson gets the head away. Now Darkhan tries to get turned off Scott Muirhead. Doesn't let him get turned though. Decides to go back to Cowan. Darkhan's got it back. And Darkhan wins a foul off Nicky Finn. Former Dunfermline man. McEwen to Loughlin. And back to McEwen again. And O'Brien had time to pull it down there, but again, Dunfermline getting men around and not letting Dundee have time to shoot. Now Darkhan. And Payton with a little first time ball through the Dunfermline defence, overhit it. Just runs through, and Dundee not quite hitting the mark with these attacking moves yet. Few passes overhit, and the moves are breaking down before they really get going. McEwen Just gave Kirk a shove as he got the ball away there, McEwen. Now Nicky Finn goes for the strike, and Douglas watched it all the way, took a good take. Cowan to McEwen. Ball forward looking for the height of Darkan, but Scott Muirhead just wins the header this time. Finn knocks it inside, and Payton knocks it up into the air, and McEwen comes forward and tries to bundle through the challenge of Andy Kirk. Dundee win the free kick, taken quickly by Payton. Then Malone looks for options, but it's all a bit crowded in that midfield at the moment. Payton tried a little turn there, but Dunfermline have won the ball off him. Here's Kirk. Finn knocks it back to Glass. Goes all the way out to the far side there. Stephen Glass looking for Greg Ross, but Dundee get men around him. Ross again. Now here's Rory Loy up against Payton. Payton sticking to Loy well, but Loy's managed to get the space to get away, but he just wanted a bit too much space in the end there, Rory Loy. The ball's out for a throw-in. And Malone ends up all the way over the top of the Dunfermline midfielder. There's going to be a free kick over on that far side. Scott Wilson and Greg Shields make their way up front, looking for a headed opportunity. Andy Kirk as well has got some height. He'll be looking for 10th goal of the season, and they've all been left by themselves there, and the flag goes up incredibly late, as it seems to do these days. Free kick thrown in, and the Dunfermline players, four of them, left all by themselves in the 6-yard line. But the linesman waiting until the ball is touched by the striker before putting the flag up. McMenamin looking all the way to Darkan here. Cowan. Andrew Shinney just wants a bit too much time there against Stephen Glass, but Shinney's got back up and has got through the challenge of Stephen Glass and Nicky Finn. Coming forward again, Poznak. Little chip ball looking again for Shinney, and I think it comes off Scott Muirhead there, but nope, the goal kick's given by the referee. I thought Shinney maybe had done just enough to win the corner. Headed on, and Andy Kirk was looking to take advantage of Jim Loughlin's little indecision there, and the referee's halted play for a free kick to Dundee. A little foul in the midfield, and Douglas again not happy with the ball, and we're on to ball number 4 now. Robert Douglas has turned away 3 balls in this opening 15 minutes. Not happy with any of them. And whoever's been pumping up the balls at Dens Park this week will be getting a telling off at half time. Shields turns inside. Now Scott Wilson, the former Rangers man. Muirhead. And that ball for Muirhead. Thought it was maybe going out. It's out now. Nicky Finn couldn't keep it in under pressure from Cowan. Payton tries to loft it high and long, straight from the throw-in. Just wanting to get play underway quickly, Eric Payton. Just a bit too quick this occasion. And Dunfermline will have the throw in. Scott Muirhead coming over to take it. And the referee says he's stealing a few too many yards. Here's Greg Shields coming over the halfway line. Now Woods and McMenamin will be trying to force him out of play on the far side. The ball's out of play now through a hefty Eddie Malone tackle. He wasn't letting Woods get any further than that. Malone. Now McEwen. Cowan. Coming forward. Shinnie. Dundee just not able to get the attacking movement going at the moment. And O'Brien has to stretch to keep that one in, but in the end just travels all the way through. And it's up in the main stand. So we Woods with a throw in. Looking long, and Dunfermline with the ball going forward. Loughlin's going to be sliding in with a challenge here and does it enough in the end to win the goal kick. Good sliding tackle from Jim Loughlin. It's his third start in succession, having made his first start in the last home game against Parsec Thistle. He will looking to have an injury-free 2009. Let's take a place for a regular start. There's Loughlin again. And McEwen works it out to Malone and put under pressure there from Glass and Kirk, who are swarming around Eddie Malone there and were forcing him to either go back to Douglas or stick it out in the end. It has gone out on the far side. Glass and swung in by Woods, and Douglas just thrown a bit too far ahead of David Cowan there, who takes down Nicky Finn. Finn got the ball before Cowan there. It's a bit of a rushed throw out from Douglas. And Stephen Glass with this free kick opportunity. Aimed at Greg Shields in the box there, and it's gone all the way through. And nobody able to take advantage of it. Now, Malone comes over the halfway line. He's got Shinnie in the centre. And Pozniak's there too. In the end, Malone, he's brought down by Woods. Malone was quite happy to take that ball all the way through the centre of the park there. But now it's Dundee who have the set piece opportunity. Shinnie's going over to take it. Malone's sticking around also. Now Pozniak going over. But it's going to be Andrew Shinnie. McEwen and Loughlin both up from the back. Pozniak's there too. Dakan also. It's knocked in low. And comes off the head of Loughlin. Well, Loughlin plus one Dunfermline player. Because it's a corner kick to Dundee. Their first corner kick of the match for the Dens Park side. David O'Brien's gone over to take it. Andrew Shinnie is there also for a short option. And it's O'Brien. Swung in, and the header coming in from McMenamin goes wide, but the referee's giving another corner kick. The Dunfermline players not happy about it. Paul Gallagher in particular, with a huge gesture of his annoyance, but it's another corner kick. Shinnie again. Payton now joining the Dundee attack, and Shinnie's corner kick's gone out before it even comes in, and Dundee waste the opportunity from the JBS corner kick award. Loughlin gets up for the header, and he's won a free kick, Jim Loughlin. Just Dunfermline a bit heavy with the tackle in there. Loughlin knocks it out to Cowan. To McEwen. And he's decided to go all the way back to Robert Douglas. Craig McEwen there. Doesn't fancy any of the other options on the park. Cowan. Now Payton. Just nimble footwork to take it past Loy. He's back with Cowan again. Pozniak knocks it out to Dakan, who just wins a... Well, I thought he'd want to throw it off the feet of Scott Muirhead there, but linesman, or linesperson, I should be saying, Morag Perry running the near side line today. Gave the throw in to Dunfermline. Now Woods coming forward for Dunfermline, and O'Brien stuck to him well and wins the ball on the halfway line. Gets turned back though. Here's Payton. And he's taking his time over playing the ball there, Eric Payton, and was closed down by Stephen Bell in the centre of the park. And McMenamin's going to be running onto that one with Greg Shields, and in the end, a shrug of the shoulders from Colin McMenamin. Couldn't do anything with that long ball. But if you're just playing one up front, then you have to run onto everything. And with Courier on the bench for Dundee today, McMenamin unlikely to last the 90 minutes. Dunfermline get the ball in. Shinnie heads it away. Pozniak knocks that long into the air, and McMenamin going up for the challenge with Greg Shields and wins the ball. Now Dakan running at Scott Muirhead, just gets the ball caught under his feet there, Freddie Dakan. Works it out to Cowan, who gets the ball inside, and McMenamin just a bit too far behind it, and Shields gets it away. Here's Payton, and Andy Kirk came back to rob Eric Payton. Now Loy gets a run at Craig McEwen here, Rory Loy, but McEwen watches the ball, and watches the ball also go out of play. Scott Muirhead making the run forward here to take a throw in. See if we get a long option from him. Not on this occasion. Scott gets the ball in now, and there's a header from Glass, and Loughlin gets it away. Now Bell, and he's won a throw in off the feet of Chris Pozniak. Greg Shields just joining the Dunfermline attack now. Scott Wilson already up in the box. Bell also in there. Glass to take, and Malone gets it away. Glass again, left-footed ball in, and it's washed behind by Jim Loughlin. Shinnie just couldn't help the ball on, and he's ended up knocking it backwards. Dakan is going to be trying to keep the ball in here again. Scott Muirhead does just that, and Scott Wilson completes the job. It's going to be a throw into Dundee. Colin McMenamin eager to get on with it, recovers the ball for David Cowan. Now here's McMenamin, tries to get turned against Nicky Finn. And it's going to be a free kick to Dundee. And Shinnie just placing the ball, but referee just wanting it move it a bit further back. So Andrew Shinnie with the free kick. McEwen and Loughlin up from the back. Shinnie is aimed at Loughlin, and the ball just guided past the far post, and Jim Loughlin having the headed opportunity. That's the second of the game from the set pieces. Again, just not quite finding the target. The tangerine-clad Paul Gallagher gets it away, resembling one of his former clubs, his tangerine jersey. And the ball helped on. McMenamin helps it down. Couldn't get it under control there, Colin McMenamin, and of course there's no Dundee players with him that far up the pitch to help him out. And Eric Payton, not quite understanding the rules of the game, trying to take a free kick for offside inside the Dunfermline half. Shinnie, back out to Cowan. A backhand nips inside Andy Kirkin twice, and the ball's been played into this right-hand corner for Chris Posnack. Almost slipped on the ball. Ball not quite out of play though, and Loy comes back to nip the ball away from Cowan, and Shinnie has the ball deflected off him for a throw-in. Good footwork shown by Freddie Dakan to nip past Andy Kirk though. Wanting some more trickery to help Dundee get the opening goal. Laughlin's fired that one straight out of the park. Shields with the long ball. McEwen gets it away. Shinnie. He's got space to run into Andrew Shinnie. So does O'Brien, but the ball just deflected away. And now Dunfermline can come forward. It's Stephen Bell, and now Greg Ross. Dakan going with the Dunfermline player, and there's nobody giving Dakan an option there. And the little chip ball from Stephen Glass, not finding anyone on this occasion. But Dakan was left isolated down on the near side when going with Rory Loy. And didn't really have much option there. Dakan wins the header. Tries to flick it on for McMenamin, but then Philman just work it back to Paul Gallagher. And Shinnie was shaping to shoot there until Nicky Finn came back with a crucial tackle. Malone to Scott Wilson, but Colin McMenamin was offside, despite Scott Wilson winning it. It's a bit of inconsistency between the two linesmen, but a free kick it is nonetheless. Wilson. And Dunfermline just getting a bit scrappy in the attack there, just broke down. And pass being left short. Muirhead, little through ball here for Rory Loy. But his first touch, Rory Loy just saw it out for a goal kick. But again, a pass left short in Dunfermline. Another opportunity to take advantage of some slack passing from Dundee, but unable to take advantage. Shinnie going up with Glass for the header. Cowan helps it on. And McMenamin's worked it out to Dakan. He's got three Dunfermline players around him here. Freddie Dakan gets past two of them, and in the end, the third one fouls him. Again, good play from Freddie Dakan. Revelling in his second berth under Jockey Scott at Dundee. And Eric Payton just pausing while Jim Loughlin joins the Dundee attack. And in the end decides to go short to Cowan. Now McEwen. And just worked over. Posniak helps it on, but Loughlin just wasn't quite expecting the ball to be flicked on like that, and it's going to be a goal kick to Dunfermline. But Payton pausing for Loughlin to join the attack. They're not opting to use him. Maybe trying to play a bluff to the Dunfermline defence, but in the end just bluffing the Dundee attack. Here's Dakan. And Dakan almost left that pass short to Payton. Just not quite the crisp passing that Dundee have enjoyed under Jockey Scott so far. Cowan and McMenamin, who knocks that back inside looking for Shinnie, but Wilson gets it away. And Muirhead with a long ball down the field, aimed at no one in particular, just trying to clear the danger for Dunfermline. Acrobatic diving header from Scott Muirhead this time to intercept the ball. That was really something else. Could have been doing the high jump with acrobatics like that, but Gallagher gets this away, and this helps on, and Andy Kirk can run into the box here. He's got no one for support. Well, Rory Loy just joined at the last minute there, and it was Loy that Kirk was aiming at, but McEwen read the pass and got the ball away before Loy could latch onto the end of it. The ball helped on, and Cowan knocks it away. Now it's come back and helped on into the box, and Douglas has to watch that one all the way, but former Scotland international plucks it out the way AOL. Wilson gets it away, and McEwen fouled there by Rory Loy as the two of them went for the ball. Just caught him with a trailing foot. O'Brien keeps it in, but he's only kept it in for Callum Woods. Now Dunfermline can come forward again. Rory Loy is going to be putting McEwen under pressure here. Now Douglas. And Douglas fires it straight into Andy Kirk, who couldn't take advantage. Just fired at him, and Kirk couldn't take control of the ball. Shinnie gets turned and looks for Dakan on the near side, but Muirhead's going to be running in, but Dakan with an excellent first touch takes it past Muirhead. Now Wilson coming across, and Wilson gets the ball away from Dakan, and Dakan with a little shake of the head as Wilson cleared it away. No, that was a great opportunity to score the first goal of this game. Excellent first touch to take it past Scott Muirhead, left him for dead. Only the former Rangers defender stopping Dakan getting into the box. Here's Payton. Now back with Dakan. Forced into the corner here. Payton with a little dummy. Gets the ball into the box now, and McMenamin's going for it. And the ball's been knocked behind off the Dunfermline head. It's going to be a corner kick to Dundee. McMenamin just holding his head there just as Shinnie runs across to take it. Maybe just getting a little knock in the head as he went for that ball. Shinnie to take though, taking short to O'Brien. Now back with Shinnie, and Dunfermline working hard to close down the short corner, and Dundee don't get the ball into the box. It's come down to Pozniak. Dundee gets it away. And Malone will be looking for options from the throw-in. McMenamin flicks it on, but again, no one to flick it on to, but he's got a little break there off the Dunfermline defence, and Dundee can't take advantage. McMenamin wasn't expecting the ball to be fired at him so quickly and couldn't get the ball under control, but there was options for Dundee if McMenamin had a good first touch there. Scott Wilson comes across with a interception. Now Ross. And Glass was looking for Stephen Bell, but Bell was on the ground. Cowan. Now Dakan looking to knock the ball past Muirhead again, but Muirhead wasn't about to let him. Payton. He's got a fin for company all over his back there, Eric Payton. No foul. Muirhead gets it away. Payton going in with a little bit of a high foot against Nicky Finn. No contact made though, so no harm done. McEwen's want to throw it off the feet of Loy. Going to be Cowan to take. Now Shinnie. He's got a glass all over his back. Then Malone. Lachlan and McMenamin again just helping it on, and a shrug of the shoulders again from Colin McMenamin saying, what do you expect me to do? There's no one up with me. And Lachlan just losing out of pace there with Andy Cook, but he's recovered well. And he's stuck in the corner, Jimmy Lachlan. I think he was quite happy to stay there all night, but gets the ball away in the end. Now Cowan. Now Dakan. Again, going head-to-head with Scott Muirhead. Shinnie. And a little push in the back as he tried to get the ball away there, Andrew Shinnie, and Stephen Glass wins it back. Now Bell over to Scott Muirhead, and the offside flag goes up. Muirhead shaking the head. He says he wasn't, and he had time there to look across the line and pick his time to run. Just going a bit quick on this occasion. And McMenamin just couldn't win the header against Scott Wilson. Just a bit more of a robust challenge for the ball from the former Rangers defender. Now Finn looking for a shooting opportunity here, Nicky Finn, and the ball just trundles wide, but he had time there to run, Nicky Finn, and time to pick his shooting opportunity. Dundee defence just standing off him just a tad. But again, not troubling Robert Douglas's goal. Pozniak helps it on. Here's McMenamin going for it now against Shields. McMenamin still going. Now backing into a corner here, McMenamin. Just a low ball fired into the box. Couldn't find anyone on the end of it. Pozniak. Now Malone tries to help it in, and Muirhead time to bring the ball down. And lets Paul Gallagher pick up the ball. So long ball down the park again, and bit of a late challenge there on Craig McEwen. Going to be a free kick to Dundee. Lachlan with the long ball. McMenamin all by himself there. No Dundee players around him looking for any flick-ons. And McMenamin not going to win the challenges by himself up against Greg Shields and Scott Wilson, but the ball fired high to him nonetheless. He's Cowan. Now Shinnie, and just a little push there in the back by Stephen Bell. Shinnie wins the free kick. Eric Payton is going to be the man to take this one. McEwen just joining the attack now. Lachlan already up into the box. Chip ball from Payton, and they all go down. Two Dundee players and a Dunfermline defender all falling over themselves as they went for the ball. Paul Gallagher kept the ball out to the net though. The ball's gone right through Stephen Bell there, and McMenamin wasn't expecting it and just caught unawares. Payton helps it out to Pozniak. Now O'Brien. Running forward, David O'Brien fancies taking on this Dunfermline defence, and Callum Woods in the end has to knock the ball out of play. Eddie Malone not having any options from the throw in here. In the end decides to look long. McMenamin says, trying to help it onto O'Brien. Woods again knocks it out. And the referee just pulls it back for the foul in front of the Dunfermline bench. Jim McIntyre just having a few words with his players. Ball knocked long into Stephen Bell and just a bit too high for him. Cowan gets the ball away, but it's just going to go out in the near side. And a little shake of the head again from Colin McMenamin. Not happy playing this lone striker role up front today. Works fine last week, getting the goal in a 1-0 win over Queen in the South, but he's not happy about it today. Payton knocks it back to Lachlan. Robert Douglas times to take a touch before knocking it down the park. And that's the end of that. Half time at Dens. It's 0-0. Both goalkeepers troubled with a couple of headers in the first half, but nothing to write home about. It's still 0-0.
Here we go, second half at Dens Park. Still goals between Dundee and Dunfermline. And Dunfermline get us off to a flying start in the second half. Played by Pozniak. McMenamin claimed to be fouled. Wilson to Callum Woods. Greg Ross back to Woods. And he's looking further on of Stephen Bell, but we'll run out of play for a goal kick to Dundee. Well, Douglas going short to Eddie Malone. Well, his cross doesn't get very far. And it was Bell who got in the way of the shot. And sends the ball back to Rab Douglas. Up from Rab. Looking for McMenamin. He's still well McMenamin. He's from Daquin. And McMenamin fouled. Free kick to Dundee in a dangerous position. And Curio, who we saw warming up at half time. Dundee fans will be hoping to see him in action soon. Payton to deliver. McEwen and Pozniak going for it. And that's cleared by Mickey Finn. Long as far as Cowan. Who's gone on the way back to Rad Douglas. McEwen, Lachlan. Good ball to Shinnie. And a lovely ball from McMenamin to Daquin. Dundee attacking well. And it comes. Oh. And defended away by Greg Shields. Up to Stephen Bell. Malone in the way. Well, Dundee been given a. Dundee been penalised here. O'Brien was barging and leaning into Stephen Bell. And referee Anthony Law thinks that's a free kick. Taking quickly Callum Woods. Well, it's a free kick to Dundee. That was Andy Kirk who pummeled into Jim Lachlan. Free kick taken by Rod Douglas. Looking for McMenamin, but Wilson wins, and he's also been given a free kick. And Shields going to leave it for Paul Gallagher. Trying to find Greg Ross. Head away by Malone. O'Brien. Payton. Into Shinnie. Shinnie finds Cowan, the right back. Daquin, lovely little touch. Finds Shinnie again. And Shinnie losing out. And he's giving away a free kick as well. That was good play from Daquin. Shinnie losing out in the end. Steven Glass onto Loy. Mickey Finn. And McEwen's able to clear. Well, the misplaced header there from Muirhead gives Dundee a throw in. Cowan to McEwen. Cowan. Daquin on to Shinnie. Shinnie's trying to find Daquin again. It may just be too much. And it has. It's run through for a goal kick to Dunfermline. Goal kick taken by Gallagher. Glass gets a flick on. And Cowan has to deal with this. And he's won a throw in. Dunfermline players at the touchline being told to move away from Rad Douglas's goal. Cowan with the throw. Shinnie. McMenamin. Good ball to Eddie Malone. O'Brien now can find space. Dealt with by Callum Woods. Now Bell. That going tracking back very well, but Muirhead did well and finds Wilson. Woods. Stephen Bell again. Ross trying to put one over the top. Lachlan lets it run to Rab Douglas, who was out quick to make sure Dunfermline didn't get a shot away. That was looking for Daquin. Dundee win the throw in. And Muirhead has won a free kick for Dunfermline. McMenamin leaning in. And again, Law, the referee, gives a free kick to the Fife side. Up from Gallagher. And again, ball runs through to Rab Douglas. This time Douglas trying to find McMenamin. Wins well. And Cowan to Daquin. Daquin doing well again. Now Shinnie. Good play. This one Dundee. It's run through to Bosniak. He's trying to flick it through to Daquin. Dundee fans a bit annoyed at the decision from Bosniak to try and play in Daquin, because he could have maybe had a pop at goal and maybe even trouble Gallagher. Lachlan, well, he missed the header and almost allowed Greg Ross and Andy Kirk in. Dundee win a free kick here. Stephen Glass on Andrew Shinnie. Bit into Malone. O'Brien. McMenamin. Malone again. He's won a throw in deep in the Dunfermline half. Courier still being told to warm up. And it looks like we're going to see him now. Wow, Dundee change coming up. And it's Chris Bosniak who's making way. He's had a good first half, Bosniak. And Mikel Anton Courier is going to come on in his place. Dundee fans making a lot of noise now because the star striker is about to make way. And listen to the applause. Here at Dens Park from Mikel Anton Courier. He grabbed the winner earlier in the season at East End Road in Dunfermline. And can he grab a winner again today? Malone. Courier already in the action, wins a header. But Miniman loses out. And now Jasper Steven Bell to get away. Good tackle from Jim Loughlin. And Greg Ross trying to find Bell. And Bell's, after the whistle, has already gone for offside. He might go in the book here. Deliberately kicking the ball away in frustration. And the referee's going to reward him, he's going to pull out the card. Don't think he had, but Jim Loughlin also having a word with the referee. He feels that it should have been a booking. And the referee decides to drop it there. Well, now that Courier's on the field, you probably see a lot more balls being directed towards the big man. Malone, shot blocked, and he's want to throw in. Malone. Courier wins the head. It's out for a Dunfermline throw in. Now can Dundee find some good momentum? Get the ball into Courier. Or McMenamin. Malone was ahead. And Malone does well to stab it away again. Peyton this team was ahead. Shinnie. Into Peyton. Cowan. Jackwin making a run ahead of him. And he gets it to Freddie Jackwin. Taking it down the line. Well, thought that took the flesh in, but the linesman is giving a goal kick. And also I think it's Muirhead who's down on the ground for Dunfermline. And the physio's making his way across, but may just head back now because I think Muirhead's okay. It's a goal kick to Dunfermline. Up from Gallagher. And Dunfermline away here. It's Kirk. And Dackwin does well to cut him out. And he's been fouled for Dackwin. And that'll be a free kick to Dundee in their own half. Kirk's just a bit frustrated that he couldn't do much with the ball. Maybe Kevin to take a free kick. Oh, it's a perfect kick. McEwen. Off from Shinnie. Courier. Does well. Peyton. Lovely drilled ball across to Malone. On this left hand side. O'Brien. Shinnie. Back to Malone. And Dundee win the throw in. Dundee going to 4-4-2 now. Brian and McMenamin lose out. Peyton. Peyton and Ross go for that. And Malone comes away with it. And they just win a throw in. Right down near the corner flag. Shinnie. He's done well. A lovely turn away. I know Dunfermline can attack here, but it's a back pass. Well, Rob Douglas didn't know what to do with the ball. The ball kept getting tangled at his feet. McEwen was to pass the ball back to him. Had a bit of power on it. And Douglas' touch wasn't very good there. And it almost resulted in Dundee losing a goal. Dunfermline had the throw in. Payton does well to come and nick it away. Courier holding up Wilson. He's done well. Now McEwen just trying to get rid of it. And McMenamin was not exactly happy that the ball's just skied out of play. After Courier's hard work to bring it down. Muirhead with the throw. Cowan had got the final touch on it. It's another throw in for Dunfermline. Midway in the Dundee half. Wilson finds Callum Woods. That's fell right to Lachlan. And Callum Woods gets it away before O'Brien can come and get him. And again, it's another pass back. And Douglas getting all the cheers from the Dunfermline end. And Malone just hits that one away terribly. Dundee looking a bit shaky. Good defender from Lachlan. Curry wins ahead. Shinnie. Well. And Wilson goes back to Gallagher. Bell. Dundee fans calling for a handball. For Lloyd, but didn't get. And that was Stephen Glass. Into Kirk. Greg Ross. Good ball in. Defended away by McEwen. Only as far as Ross again. Malone doing well to mark. And Callum Woods puts the ball in. And Douglas well held. O'Brien stopped to go in for the tackle there. And Dundee fans in the Derry section weren't happy. Good ball from McMenamin. And McMenamin wins a free kick. Scott Wilson going in the back of him. And Payton will be looking to deliver this one in. Have Courier, McEwen, and Lachlan all arriving. Can Dundee capitalise here? Payton with the ball in. And it's headed away by Finn. And Lloyd. Well done, Cowan. McEwen. On to Cowan again. It might be too heavy. And it is too heavy from McEwen. Well, it was good play from Dundee, but McEwen's touch just lets him down. And disappointing for the Dundee side again. Muirhead. Finding Kirk. Who's trying to get in the back of McEwen. Great tackle. And Daquin. McMenamin. And his touch lets him down. And O'Brien's giving away a free kick to the Dunfermline. Foul on Stephen Glass. And it's another Dunfermline free kick in a dangerous position. And Dunfermline are now going to make a change. But they might just leave it until after the free kick's taken. That's a good effort, but well held from Rob Douglas. He throws out to Malone. Good take from Malone. Finds O'Brien. And free kick to Dundee. And referee Law made Bring out a card here, is he? Nope, no card. Callum Woods it was. Just kept tugging and pulling at O'Brien. Not allowing O'Brien to feed in Courier or McMenamin. And now Stephen Bell. Trying to wind up Eric Payton. A free kick to Dundee. Sends it McEwen. Shinny trying to get in it. And again by McEwen. Fought for Courier. He just can't get his shot away. Malone. Couldn't get over Stephen Bell. McEwen. Flick on. Plays by handball. And not given. And McEwen went ahead again. Now Shinny. And Daquin. And now is there going to be a card for Dunfermline? Shinny doing great work again. And he gets another free kick to Dundee. In from Payton. Oh, Gallagher gets it away. I think it was Laughlin's header. Another Dunfermline trying to get away. Good tackle from Finney. And from Shinny, sorry. I know it's going to be a change. And it's Rory Loy. And Ian Williamson coming on in his place. Both sides have both made one sub. Take a shot by Muirfield, Muirhead. Well, it's his first touch, but again leaning, backing into McEwen, and the free kick goes Dundee's way. McEwen with the free kick, looking for Courier. Wilson with the header, Payton onto Shinny. Good ball, finds Malone. O'Brien making the run ahead. Malone does well. Shinny, chance of a Shinny, free kick to Dundee, right at the edge of the box, and this time surely it's going to be a card for Dunfermline. And I think it's Stephen Bell. Yep, Stephen Bell giving the yellow card. Definite free kick. Shinny was just about to ping, and it could be a good position for Eric Payton. Shinny also over the ball, but I'm alone. You got a fancy Payton for this one. Can Dundee grab a lead here? It's Payton lining himself up. It's Payton, and it's in! Wonderful free kick from Eric Payton. That's his second free kick this season. Scored a cracker against Queen of South, and he's done it again here against Dunfermline. And Dundee take a not well-deserved lead, but they have been the better side in the second half. And they've gone in 1-0 up here, 70 minutes in the second half. About 20 minutes in, and Eric Payton has got Dundee a goal here at Dennis Park. It's now Dundee 1, Dunfermline 0. And McEwen with the header away. Muirhead. And good tackle from Payton. Oh, Dennis Park is jumping now. As the Dundee fans are singing. Wilson. Bell. Ross. That's a bit of everyone. It's going to come back out to Glass. Williamson. They've still got it. Kirk. And a good defender from Jim Loughlin. Corner kick to Dunfermline. Dundee looking a bit shaky after taking the lead. Can't afford to be. And then it comes. Well held, Rod Douglas. Just holding it on, trying to waste a few seconds. And it's aimed at McMenamin. And it's going to run out for a Dunfermline throw in. Muirhead. McKeon with the header. Glass. Bell. On to Callum Woods. Greg Ross. That's Glass. Well away by Cowan. And now Daquin. That came off the Frenchman. That's the front Dunfermline. Ball just sitting off him as he's getting ready to run down the wing with it. Cowan, good defensive header away. It's out for another throw into Dunfermline. And it comes. Headed on. Back in by Finn. Headed away by Loughlin. And now O'Brien can come away with it. As like try from Curie down the wing. Greg Shields going back to Gallagher. Curie put him under pressure. And Gallagher plays out to Woods. He's now trying to find the run around the Kirk. Brings it in stride. Oh, it didn't look like a free kick. I thought he fell over the ball there. That was Loughlin stood his ground, but the linesman Morag Perry gives a free kick Dunfermline's way. And again, Dundee will have to defend this very well. And it comes. Douglas gets a punch, but it's not the most convincing one. And Shinnie gets the ball away. McMenamin. And that'll run through to Courier. And look at the space Daquin's got on the far side. Oh, it's a good ball trying to find him. And it's good defending from Dunfermline. Now Greg Ross again. Has loads of space. Put one in for Kirk. And Rad Douglas collects it. Callum Woods. On to Ross. Good tackle from Malone. And free kick to Dundee O'Brien. Well, he's just got to try and nick it away. And Greg Ross just took a swipe as he's trying to keep the ball in. And it's a free kick to Dundee in their own half. Courier looking for it. And it's saved at Courier. He's flicked on McMenamin. And again, holding on. Wilson gets away with it. And he's found Ross. And Ross has got that one too heavy. And a run up for a goal kick to Dundee. Colin McMenamin was just a bit ticked off that he wasn't given a free kick. Bit of pulling the shirt from Wilson. But referee says play on. And the fella nearly could have maybe capitalised, but Greg Ross's attempted cross was miskicked and a bit too heavy. Up from Rad Douglas. Shinnie. Payton. Trying to find Courier, it's away by Wilson. Daquin. Courier. Shinnie. Good ball in the front of Daquin. Still front of Daquin, and his shot gets away. Well, he's been held back there. I think if he maybe goes to ground, could have maybe got a penalty kick. McMenamin's a bit, again, annoyed at the fact that Courier Darkwing couldn't do the best with it. Yeah, that's when you want maybe Curie or McMenamin to finish from there. Another Dunfermline substitution. And it's Greg Ross who's making way for Paul Willis.
Substitute with Dunfermline, number 7 Greg Ross, being replaced by number 16 Paul Willis. That's number 16 Paul Willis.
And Willis now coming onto the right hand side. He'll play in front of Callum Woods. Aimed in at Bell. Lachlan comes away with it. McMenamin. Good play from McMenamin. Cowan. Looking for the runner. Courier. Way by Wilson. Stephen Glass was caught a bit late, but play on says referee Law. And here's Willis. First touch. Finds Wiz. Back to Willis. Skips past to Brian. Good ball in. And well away by McEwen. Malone. McMenamin. Shinney. And Wilson. Ahead is it. McMenamin on to Courier. And Callum Woods will have to get away because Shinney's closing him down. Payton. Bell. Plays it into the path of Callum Woods at right back. Stephen Glass. And finds Muirhead. Good place from Dunfermline. Ball comes in. And it's Williamson who's leaning in the back of Lachlan. But play on says the referee. A free kick was going to be given. And Brad Douglas looks to try and find McMenamin. Well, he wins the head, but falls to Stephen Glass. Muirhead. Oh, it's headed in by Williamson, looking for Kirk. Now Daquin. Losing out to Finn and Muirhead. One back forward. McEwen's going to let it run for the goal kick to Dundee. Oh, Dunfermline are trying to get back in this, and they're going to make another substitution. This time it's Nicky Finn. Make way for Alex Burke. And that's the last of Dunfermline changes this afternoon. With 30 minutes left. And here at Dennis Park it's still Dundee 1, Dunfermline 0. Eric Payton is beautifully taking free kick. Beating Paul Gallagher. And a shot comes in from Burke.
Coming on to Dunfermline there, number 14, Alec Burke.
Oh, sorry, it was Kirk who got the shot in. But the Fairmen are still trying to get one back. Up from Douglas. Curie wins ahead. Shinney loses out to Wilson. And now Willis. With good interchange. He's trying to put one back in. And it was Willis who was running in for it, but Rob Douglas beats him to it. McMenamin wins the header, but couldn't find Courier. Muirhead just gets it away before Courier can get on the end of it. McEwen onto McMenamin, finds Daquin. Good play from Colin McMenamin. He gets it back. He's trying to find Courier. That's away from Greg Shields. Payton. Cowan again. Just had to try and hurry up and get out his feet. Wilson, who was hot at his tails, and Cowan lets it run. McEwen will get away as far as Muirhead. Well, Merriman's closing him down. And Wilson's switches it to Woods. He's giving it away to Andrew Shinnie. Curia. Shinnie. Lays it from Malone. Good ball on O'Brien. It's going to fall to McMenamin. Another chance for O'Brien. Against McMenamin. Daquin. And it's away by Stephen Bell. Only as far as Peyton. Daquin again. McMenamin. Tries to find O'Brien. Willis will have to deal it, and he puts out a play for a throw into Dundee. Well, anxious moments again for Dunfermline, who are trying to get one back, but at the same time being pegged back by Dundee, who are looking to secure the game and get another goal. O'Brien holding up Willis. Gets his cross in, hit away by Shields. Malone. And Lachlan, well, I'm not sure what he's trying to do there, but he's trying to play for a goal kick to Dunfermline. Both teams having to regroup. Up from Gallagher. McKeon wins. Malone. On to Shinnie. He's came alive in the second half under Shinnie. Had a quiet first, and here's Cowan. Daquin. Curia. To Eric Payton. Cowan. Does well. Finds Freddie Daquin. And he's put one in low. That's way by Wilson. I know Bell trying to get away, but Malone just bumps that one up. Curia's going to chase. Muirhead. Here's only as far as Freddie Daquin, who keeps the ball alive. Chance for McMenamin. They get a second stab at McMenamin off the side of the post and back out of play. And Dundee are unlucky not to be two in front. The inside of the post saves Paul Gallagher and Dunfermline from going 2-0 down. Shinnie, lovely ball to Freddie Daquin. McMenamin, lovely touch into Curia. McMenamin again. O'Brien's header, and it's going to go horribly wide. Almost there to the corner flag, but it's a goal kick to Dunfermline. Dundee playing excellent football again, and almost went two ahead with Curia. Tear off McMenamin. McMenamin's shot hitting the inside of the post and back out of play. Almost giving Dundee a 2-0 lead. McEwen wins well. Kirk. Payton was able to get some kind of touch on it. Woods. Way by Lachlan. Chance for Curia to run. And Shields played it back to Gallagher, but Curia. Lachlan, good header. Payton losing out to Glass. Burke onto Muirhead. Back to Wilson. Good ball to try and find Muirhead. Clays for handball, not given. Ball comes in well away by Lachlan. Only as far as Burke. Woods. Willis. Can't get past Malone, and it's a throw into Dundee. And Willis not happy. The assistant. That's a throw into Dundee, which Malone will take. Curia coming in to try and flick it on. And it's Curia with a flick. Shinnie, good touch. Curia trying to find McMenamin. And Daquin trying to take on Muirhead, but it's good play from Muirhead. He's still going. Going to take on Cowan. Cowan, sorry. But can't do that, and it's a throw into Dundee. Cowan's had a good game right back today. Kirk. Cowan blasting it away, and it comes off Kirk for another throw into Dundee. But still deep inside Dundee's own half. He's trying to get this one out back into Dunfermline's area. Payton with the head. McMenamin, good play. Shields with the head. Cowan with a thump away. And Shinnie. No one moving, and Shinnie went to header it. And here's Callum Woods onto Willis. And Malone well. Doing well. O'Brien now. Shinnie back to Malone. Good play from Dundee. Nice passive moving. And Stephen Bell getting a bit frustrated, come flying in and blocks it, and it's out to play for another throw into Dundee. Shields. Burke to Wilson. That's Williamson. Glass. Switching the ball to Muirhead, and it's too much. And runs out of play for a throw to Dundee. Cowan to take the throw in. Cowan. McMenamin with the flick. Tried to be Courier, but it's away by Wilson and Shinnie. Good mop-up play from Loughlin onto Malone. And Malone didn't really look up, but you knew O'Brien was making the forward run. Stephen Bell. Oh, that's still in. And McCure not taking any risks. Kegging out pretty far as well, so that Dundee can get back. Was Glass. And from Willis. Good hold up play this. From Dunfermline. And Dundee come away with it again. Courier this time. Into Payton. I was looking for the run of McMenamin. And Gallagher with a little chip pass back into Muirhead, who lost it up towards Stephen Bell. Loughlin with the head. And Malone comes away with it again. Finds Courier, lovely chest. Don't know O'Brien. And Dundee will win the corner kick. I think it's the first corner in the second half. And Shinnie giving a little high five. Good play from O'Brien. And Eric Payton's been given the Dundee man of the match. It's a stunning free kick, it separates the sides. And Shinnie will deliver this corner. Well, McEwen staying back, Loughlin going forward. And it comes, it's a bit heavy. And Ducklin's trying to keep it in. And can't do it. Front of Dunfermline near the corner flag in their own half. Alex Burke. And Dunfermline still managed to have it. Burke again. Switches it to Woods. Callum Woods finds Stephen Glass. Burke again onto Muirhead. It's a good ball in. And it's headed away by Jim Loughlin. Well, it's going to be a nervy few last minutes for Dundee. But it could also be a nervy few last minutes for Dunfermline as well. Because both sides have been threatening. Dundee looking to extend the lead. And Dunfermline also trying to find an equaliser. And it comes, and it's headed over the crossbar. And I think it's Captain Scott Wilson who desperately trying to get someone back for his side. And Douglas now taking the ball all the way back to the other side, where Stephen Glasson moved the ball to the other side for the goal kick. Up from Rod Douglas. A run out of play for a throw in at the halfway line for Dunfermline. That'll be Callum Woods to take it. We're nearly time up here at Dens Park. Still Dundee winning 1-0 through Eric Payton's free kick. 20 minutes into the second half, and we're almost finished here. And Callum Woods trying to dick one in. Wallace trying to get in. It's another corner kick for Dundee. They're claiming a free kick, but it's not been given. And now the family trying to take it quick. And Burke with the effort, and it's high over the crossbar. And you got to wonder, is that the final effort for Dunfermline this evening at Dens Park? Dundee were a bit slow to react to the quick corner taken. Up from Rod Douglas. Wilson wins. Payton. And Cowan with a thump up. But the man is offside, and Gallagher is about 40 yards out. He's on goal. Locking with the header. O'Brien. Shinnie. Tried to play one at the wing. Griff Shields. Back to Gallagher again. This time Curie not putting pressure on. Locking with the head again. But it came off the back of Bell and falling to Willis. And it's a corner kick to Dunfermline. Willis doing well, but Paul Gallagher wants to come up. He's going to stay at his halfway line, or is he coming up for it? He stayed at the halfway line. Headed away by Shinnie. And it comes off of Shinnie for another corner kick to Dunfermline. And Gallagher again, he wants to come up. Is he getting the go ahead? Nope, he's not happy, he's not getting to go up. He is now. Gallagher's coming up. Ex-Dundee man. Coming up for the set piece. And it's headed away by Dundee. But McMenamin. And Daquin, that's a free throw in to Dunfermline. And Gallagher backtracks to his goal. The Dundee bench are jumping, they want to hear the whistle. And it comes. Well, nothing given. McKeon with a flick away. And it's back to Callum Woods. Headed away by Freddie Daquin. Still the referee hasn't blown the whistle. Come with the head. McEwen. Shot blocked. McMenamin has a one last chance for Dundee. Courier. At the end, he has McMenamin running up alongside of him. Courier still going. Penalty. Surely handball. Not given. Oh, what we actually would say here at Dens Park. Surely it looked like a penalty kick. Shields handballing it. Lachlan. Away by Eric Payton. The Dundee crowd still want to hear the final whistle. Shinnie. Alex Burke. And Payton bundled over. Nothing given. And Rod Douglas holds on. And he'll be holding on for as long as he possibly can. It's up towards Courier. Woods. And the final whistle's right here at Dens Park. Oh, it's a very important win for Dundee. And it's Eric Payton's goal which has separated the sides today. Both teams fighting really hard for the win. But final score at Des Park is Dundee 1, Dunfermline 0.